Hi, this is Barbie. We're going to do a reformer workout today. We're going to focus on some single side versions or single arm versions, and we're going to start with footwork. I have two reds and a green on. You can adjust that up or down. I'm going to have my headrest flat, and we're going to go ahead and lay back. I'm going to start with my straps, long loops on those pegs, and we're going to start on a Pilates V. Shoulders are heavy, back of the shoulders touching the mat. Heels are together, toes are apart. We're going to keep those heels lifted and squeezed. Inhale, prepare. We're going to exhale, press it out, and resist in. Reach long through the back of the legs. Exhale. Feel long through the back of the neck. 8, and feel the back of the legs working to slow you down. 6, breathing as we come in. Exhale, 5. Press those heels together. 4. Keep that space, that natural lift in your lower back still. 2. Halfway and pause, little pulse. And keep those shoulders relaxed, pelvis heavy. 8, 7, 6. Further out you are, the heavier this gets. And press it all the way out. Really stretch those legs nice and long. And we'll bring that carriage home. Good. Heels center, Pilates V. And we're going to press it out. And bend in. And press. Shoulders are heavy. Collarbone is relaxed. Good. And 6, 5, 4, abs in 3, lower back and pelvis are still. 2. We're going to stop that carriage again halfway and little presses out. Keep relaxing through that upper body. 7, 6, 5, pelvis sinking. 4, 3, 2, all the way out to straight legs. Squeeze those inner thighs and bring that carriage nice and smooth in. Good. We're going to set those toes to the foot bar. We'll press the carriage out. We'll lower the heels once, lift the heels and come back in. Adding on, we'll press out, do 2 dips, heels under and lift, and again, under and lift, and back into your foot bar with control. Press out for 3 dips, lower, lift 3, 2, lift and slowly come back in. Press it out, and we've got 4, 2, shoulders relaxed and heavy, and 1, back in. Press out, we've got 5, under, up. Really lift those heels. 4, get those heels under. 3, wrap those toes on the top of the foot bar and lift, come back in. Press it out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and come back in. Nice and smooth, out and down, up. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and come back in. Last set, we're going to try for 8. Heels down and up. Should be feeling some heat in those calves. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and slowly come back in. Press right back out, and let's do our prance or run in place. So one knee will bend, the other heel will stretch under with a straight leg. And let's go 5 and 4, change, change, and 3, change, change, and 2, and 1. Hold one heel under, nice deep breath, and rise up and change. So one knee is bent, the other leg is stretching with the heel under the foot bar. Deep breath, and lift and let both heels stretch. Toes are gripping that foot bar. Inhale, and lift, and we'll come back into that foot bar. Good. Let's make sure the headrest is flat. I know mine was down. We're going to step our heels wide and kind of readjust the pelvis so you're feeling nice and relaxed. Knees and toes are open, and we're on the widest part of that foot bar. We're going to press the carriage out, pull those lower abs in, float your hips up, and keep the tummy in. We're going to bend in and press it out. Shoulders relaxed. And out. 7 and 6 and 5, 4 and 3 And halfway in, we're going to stop the carriage, little pulse. Abs are tight, tailbone's lifting. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, press it all the way out. Lower those hips back down onto the mat and come back in. Good. We're going to send those legs over the foot bar. Arms up. Let's go ahead and sit up. Maybe use the back of the hands to roll yourself up. We're going to come down to just a red and a blue. On this one, lighter will be harder. So we're going to try to use a red and a blue because we're going to go straight into some ab work. So we're going to roll back down. We're going to work those hamstrings a little bit. So heels are on. About a fist width between the feet. Head rest stays flat for this. Curl the tailbone, peel those hips up, lower belly in. Now we're going to press the carriage out. It should feel very light. Pull the carriage in and lift those hips up nice and high. Inhale, exhale. 9 and 8 and 7. Pull those abs in as you pull those hips to heels. And we've got 5, 4, in or out and in. 3, and the exhale's on the in. 2, squeezing those glutes. Hold it here. Roll down from your chest through the ribs, lower back and pelvis, and release. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and grab our straps. So we're going to do short loops. I'm going to start with those arms up. If you know you like it lighter, you can always swap the weight down on the springs. We're going to bring those knees up and bring those arms down, chest up. Legs are going to extend out to that Pilates V. And we're going to pump those arms for the 100. And we're going to do little kicks of the legs. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. Last 2 sets. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. Breathe. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release it back. Very nice. Find your foot bar. All right. Arms up. Shoulders are off those shoulder pads. Tabletop legs. Take that breath. Arms down, chest up. Legs extend out. We're going to turn the palms in. Arms and legs open. V. And exhale. Squeeze to shut. And pull. Connect those inner thighs. Connect those hands down the sides of the body. 5. Chest is forward to pelvis. Pelvis is heavy. 3 more. 3. 2. And knees and arms up. Lay back. Hold there for just a second. Holding your tabletop. We're going to do 6 more of those with the chest lifted the whole time. So arms down, chest up. Legs extend, palms in. We're going to open. We're going to cross that left leg over the right. And the right hand's going to reach for that top leg. Open. Right leg over the top. Left hand reaches to that top leg. And 4. Left across. Right leg across. Open and pull. 3, 2. And 1. Open and center. And relax it back. Good. Arms out to a T. Let's roll those knees over to a side and just hold that stretch. Nice inhale. And exhale it out. And knees roll center over to the other side. The arms are wide. The chest is heavy. Arms are reaching out to that T position. Inhale and exhale. Good. Knees center. Arms come up to the ceiling. Good. We're going to reach from side to side with the hands. The legs are going to extend in that opposite direction. So tabletop, we're going to send those hands to the left. Legs extend to the right corner of the foot bar. And chest kind of follows that arms. Let's go right with hands, left with the legs. Inhale, center. 6. Inhale, exhale. 5. 4. Breathing center. Exhaling as you pull. 3. 2. Last time, we're going to hold to the right side. Knees are going to come in and out. Keep pressing through both hands. Chest is rotated. 4. Legs low. 3, 2. Right shoulder's your anchor, and knees and arms center. Lay back. Breathe. Hands to the left. Chest up. Legs to the right. In, out. 5. Keep pressing to the foot bar. 4. Chest towards that left side. 3. Exhale. 2. Pressing through both hands. And release it back. Very nice. So it should be kind of tough on that last little bit. Awesome. Okay. Arms are going to go up. Tabletop legs. We're going to start with the left leg out. Bring it kind of low. We're going to bring those arms down. Change the legs. Right leg out. Inhale, left leg out. Right and left. Change as you pull the straps down. Change as you reach up. 2, 1. Now hold it here. The left leg is out. We're going to send the right leg out. We're going to go down with the arms. Left leg out, arms up, right leg out. Left, reach to the hips. Right arms up. And 4. And 4. 3. 3. Ribs are heavy. Chest comes up. 2. You can always leave your head down. Now left leg out. Hold it. We're going to lower lift the leg. Good. And we've got 4. And 3. And 2. Lower belly in and bend that knee. Right leg out and lift it. Left knee is at true tabletop. Right across, right in the front of the hip. 3, 2. And then that knee comes in and lay back. Rest your feet. Relax that upper body a little bit. All right, we're going to continue on with that just a touch. Shoulders are heavy. Knees up. Arms down, chest up, left leg out. Good. Now just the arms halfway up to the knees and down. Ribs are pulled, front ribs to back. 4, 3. Keep the shoulders lifted. 2. Knees and arm up. Right leg out, chest up. Now arms go up to the knee. So hands are reaching to that knee and down. 4. Ribs front to back. 3. Shoulders are lifted. 2. And relax. Very nice. Good job. All right, let's go ahead. Peg your loops. We're going to put those legs back over the foot bar. Roll it on up. We're going to change it down to just a blue. You could also do a blue yellow. We're going to do some single arm. If you like it real heavy, you'll do a red. We're going to roll down. And let's start off with the left loop again today. So we'll do left strap, arm up. That right hand's just going to relax by your side knees or tabletop. Now leave that head down for this first part. Get that left shoulder heavy on the mat, arm down, legs out, knees and arm up. And we don't want to hear the carriage close, so we want to keep some tension on that palm. 4, 3, ribs are heavy, front ribs to back ribs. 2, we're stabilizing. 1, good, lift your chest, right hand behind your head, good, knees in, good, we're going to bend that elbow, we're going to go ahead and send that left leg out when we bend that left elbow, and when you press, you're going to change, right leg out, arm straight, left arm straight, change, change, elbows wide on that right, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, hold, 1, lower, lift that leg again, and 5, abs in 4, chest is forward, belly in 3, down up 2, and 1, knees bend, arm up, let's release, good, peg that loop. So we're short strap, right hand in that short strap, left arm down by your side, shoulders are even, knees tabletop, leave your head back, arm down, legs extend, really feel those lower abs, knees in, arm up. Try to keep the shoulders as heavy as you can and even. 4. Make sure that lower back isn't lifting as the legs extend out. 3, 2. Hold the arm down, legs out, lift your chest. Good. Left hand behind your head. We're going to go ahead and bend those knees. Arm comes up. Good. We're going to draw that elbow down. We're going to go ahead and send that right leg out. As you press, you're going to send that left leg out. So bend, right leg out, extend, left leg out. Pull those abs and chest is lifted. And 4, 4, 3, tummy in, 2, and hold it. The right arm is straight, left arm is straight, lower, lift that leg, down, up, and up. And 4, abs and chest forward, 3, shoulders lifted, 2, and 1. And let's release it back. Good, we'll peg that strap. Hold on to those pegs. We'll do another stretch. Left ankle over right knee. Knees are going to roll over to your left side. Arms are open. Inhale and exhale. Bring those hands into center and knees roll up, and change your right ankle to your left knee and knees roll right, and arms open. Breathe. And good. Hands to center and back on those pegs and knee center. And let's draw those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, kind of rock side to side. And good. We are going to come on up. Alrighty. And we're ready for our next exercise. Let's go ahead and turn around. We're going to put our legs through. And we're going to do, let's do the same spring weight. So I have a blue and a yellow. You can also just do a blue. We're going to sit with those hips about a hand's width from the end of the carriage. We're going to grab those straps. If you find that your hamstrings are too tight for this, you can definitely use a box on this exercise. So we're going to go ahead and actually just grab your right strap. So we're going to have arms up, chest is lifted with the back straight, legs are straight out. We're going to start by hollowing out that lower belly and tilting the tailbone under, and we're going to do a bicep curl with both arms. So only one hand is actually working. Abs are pulling down. 4, 3, pull those lower abs in. 2, and 1. Reach those arms forward. Now rotate the knuckles up. We're going to pull those elbows wide and forward and pull. If it's too light, come up to the tape. 4, 3, 2, hollow out those abs, and arms go forward. Sit yourself up nice and tall. We're going to grab that loop with the left hand. I'm going to go ahead and grab up to the tape. We're going to have our arms forward, and we're going to rotate and twist. We're going to send that right hand forward and inhale and rotate. Reach with that right hand. Try to keep those hips nice and still, and twist, reach. And nice and tall, 4. Nice and tall, 3. 2, shoulders down on that left side. And back to center. Good. I'm going to go long loop with the right hand. We're going to have knuckles out, chest up. As you pull those arms straight out, you're going to curl under, and you're going to try to stay centered on your pelvis, sitting up tall, and around, pull, and sit up tall. And rotate that tailbone under, pull those arms out to that T position. Just that right arm is working. 3, 2, and 1, and nice and tall to finish. Good. Let's go ahead and put that loop down. Left short strap, shoulders down. Again, you can always change to the long. Palms are up, tailbone tilts under, hollow out that lower belly, and we're going to bicep curl. Try to go all the way out to extension. If this is too heavy, lower that elbow down, or keep that elbow lifted in front of the shoulder. Let's do 4, nice and smooth. Abs are pulling in. 3, 2, stay tilted back, rotate the knuckles up, and we're going to pull. Shoulders are down, pull, hollow out, and draw those ribs in. 4, 3, straighten those legs. 2, 1, arms go forward, roll yourself up. Good. Let's reach with the right hand to the tape. We're going to reach both knuckles out, reach those left palms, and you're going to twist and reach. Try to keep that left hip even with the right. Twist, belly button in, and 4, nice and tall. 3, maybe soften those knees if you need to. 2, we want to find those sit bones right underneath us. 1, and reach it forward. Good. Long strap with the left hand, knuckles out. back is starting straight. We're going to tilt as we pull. So we're going to pull and roll it up and around that tailbone, pull. And maybe if this isn't your dominant arm, it's going to feel a little harder. Pull 4, sit right back up, tailbone back, and tilt it under 3, and sit up nice and tall, and around the tailbone, pull 2, and nice and tall, and round, and sit up nice and straight. Good. Let's peg that loop. Good. Let's go ahead and take down that weight. I'm going to go to a blue. You're also welcome to do a yellow. And I'm going to grab a mat for my knees. You don't have to. I'm going to put that mat right in the center so we can kind of adjust. We're going to kneel. We're going to face the side of the machine that faces the street. And we're going to go ahead and grab that loop closest to our left knee. I'm going to start with short loop. Hips are squared off. Our pelvis is pulled forward a little bit so they're right over our knees. Chest is up. Feel that lift here. And we're going to do our sword. We're going to lift the elbow and extend the arm. If this is too heavy, go to your long strap. And if it's still too heavy, try that yellow spring and lower. So the elbow floats and then extend and down. Shoulder's going to stay 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into my longer strap. I'm going to tilt over, maybe walk forward a little bit, and I'm going to lean over onto that shoulder pad, and I'm going to bring my right elbow to the ceiling, and my knuckles are facing down on my head like I'm knocking on my head. Belly button in, and you're going to extend the arm up and rotate the shoulder down. Try to keep that upper arm stationary. Let's do 3 more. 3. Rope is right in front of your nose. 2, and 1, and bend. Good. And let's release that down. Good. I'm going to turn around for the other side. So I'm sitting in there, standing in the middle, kneeling in the middle. If it's too heavy, you can scoot towards those ropes. If you'd like it heavier, just scoot towards your foot bar. So sword to start. Hips and shoulders are squared off to that side wall. And we're going to lift and extend. We're holding in the lower belly. We're pressing those hips slightly forward. And shoulder stays anchored down. And 4. Breathe as you bend. Use your exhale to tighten the core. Even out those knees. And 2. And 1. And release it down. Good. Grab that long strap. Lean over. We're going to rotate the elbow up. Shoulder down. Knuckles are down towards the head. And we're going to press slow and smooth. Nice control. Shoulder off the ear. Abs are in. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And bend. And come on up. Good. We'll peg that strap. Good. We're going to come on off. I'm going to move that mat. And let's go ahead and get out your box. We'll put it on lengthwise. And good. All right. Let's do a yellow spring. And we're going to start with some breaststroke. So I'm going to pick up those longer loops. Probably let's do short loops. You can always switch to long. You're going to press the carriage out standing next to that box. And then what you're going to do is lay down over your ropes and bring your chest off the front. And lift the chest, press down on the front of the box, lift the chest, roll those shoulders back, and feel that heart pull forward. That's the sensation that we're going to want to have once we're pressing out. So hips are pressing down, chest is lifted up, and belly button is really drawn in. So we're going to lift those hands off the box, shoulders are down the back. Our thumbs are hooked in to those short loops. Again, if it's too heavy, go to your long straps. Legs are reaching out. We're going to send those arms forward. We're going to open those arms out to a T. As the hands reach back to your hips, lift your chest so your chest is lifting over the foot bar, and then lower the chest as you bend those elbows. Palms are facing down. Exhale forward, open, tummy in. Lift your chest, rotate those shoulders back, and hands are back to your feet. And bend, lower the chest just slightly. Palms press forward, open, shoulders come out of the neck, reach those fingertips to those hips or to those feet, chest up and bend, inhale, and forward, open wide, shoulders down. Let's reach those hands back, lift that chest, look at the floor, and little kicks of the legs for 10 and 9, 8 and 7, chest forward, 6 and 5, roll those shoulders back, 4, reach for those feet, 3 and 2 and 1. And we're going to bend those arms back in, press down on that box again, and we're going to slide off those ropes and peg our straps. Good. I'm going to grab my mat, and I'm going to put it on the end closest to the headrest, and I'm going to take a seat. And I'm going to lean over. First, I'm going to grab my strap. So short loop. And again, this could be done on a blue. It actually could be done with no rope at all. Hips are towards the back of the box, and we're going to lay down on an incline, sort of like a mermaid. We're going to go ahead and bend that arm, and we're going to rotate that left knee up and make sure we're nice and stable here. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, and we're lifting up below those right ribs. With an exhale, you're going to send that leg up and send that arm up as well. And bend, keep lifting through the chest. Exhale, 5. Keep lifting under the bottom armpit. 4. Abs in. 3. Nice job. 2. And 1. Good. Bend that arm. You're going to bring that leg straight and arm straight. Good. As the arm goes up, the leg stays, and we're going to lift the leg as the arm comes down. So arm reaches, leg goes down, and then keep lifting through the waist, lift through the ribs. 4, shoulders down, chest up. 3, soft elbows, you bring it down. 2, and bring that arm to the leg. And then make sure those hips are still stacked. We're going to bring that hand forward, shoulder down, chest up. The leg's going to reach back, the hand reaches forward, and we're holding at the belly button. 5, pull those shoulders down, chest up. Press. 4, shoulder down on that left side, chest up. 3, breathe. Keep that leg lifted. 2, it should stay nice and high. 1 more, and bring it center and release. Good. Find those feet down the side. We're going to peg that loop, and we're going to walk around or scoot around so we're facing the other direction. Our hips are towards the back of the box, and we're on that box or on that mat with the hip. We're going to grab that long loop. We're on our elbow and our hip, and our chest is up, our shoulders are stacked. We're going to go ahead and bend that right knee, lift up to the chest, bend that elbow towards that knee, and really lift under, belly button in, and extend and lift and press. Try to keep that leg high, so extend from the knee. 4, long neck. 3, belly in, hips are still stacked. 2, and bend and bend. Good. Now the arm and leg straighten. Good. The arm is going to reach over, maybe look towards your foot bar. As the arm comes down, the leg lifts and press. Keep lifting up through those left ribs. And 4, reach and lift. And 2, and last one, lift. Finish with a nice tall chest. Leg goes down, hand comes forward right in front of the right shoulder. Make sure those hips are stacked again. Leg goes back, hand goes forward. And back to center. Chest up, shoulders down the back. 5. Try to gaze at that foot. It's reaching right behind your glutes. 4. Look in that mirror ahead. 3, 2, last time. 1, press it, bring it center, and release. Good. Let's do a little stretch here. We'll scoot our hips to the center. We can move that mat. Put that down here. And let's just reach up, one hand down to a hip and stretch over, breathing, keeping that opposite hip heavy. And then switch sides, reaching up, keeping that opposite hip heavy. And back to center, kind of shake out those shoulders a little bit. Okay, let's come on off. We're going to turn our box to a short box position. Good. And we're going to go ahead and change it to a blue spring. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of planking here. So a little bit of planking. We're going to hold on to the foot bar. We're going to step up onto the carriage. It's very light, so be careful. You're going to have your ball of your foot and toes down. You're going to have your heels lifted about halfway up. So they're going to be sitting up against that box. And really press that box back so it's sitting up against those shoulder pads. Shoulders are right over that foot bar. Chest is open. We're going to take that deep breath. We're going to lift those lower abs and kind of feel like we're coming into a squat position. And we're going to press the carriage out. The chest is going to glide forward. So you're rotating your chest forward and then tucking those knees in as you come back in with those knees towards the chest. Lengthen out. Pull those abs in. If it feels too light, you can add that yellow spring. Shoulders down the back, chest forward. You could also do a red for more assistance. Now let's add. We're going to stop here and do a little push-up, micro push-up, and pull in. And let's go 4 out. Bend and press. Tuck those knees in. And 3, little bend. Lift up through those ribs and abs so we're not sinking through that torso as we do our push-up. Lift up through the chest. 2, we don't want to feel a sinking sensation between those shoulder blades. Last time, ribs are tight. Pull it in. Now we're going to shift. Once the carriage is at the stopper, shift those hips back. You can leave your fingertips down. We're going to do little micro squats. If you could bring your hands by your ears, it's a little bit more challenge. 8 and 7, tummy and chest up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hands down. Good, let's step that out. Good, let's turn towards that left side or towards the street. Good, we're gonna go ahead and have our hands on the foot bar, right hand center, left hand at the front. We're gonna keep those feet up against that box. We're gonna press the carriage out, let those hips dip, and then we're gonna pull in and pike up. And the head will drop. The abs feel like they're really lifting up and the waist is lifted. And extend, reach, and draw that tailbone under, chest towards the pelvis. And 4, and pull it in. And 3, and draw in. And lengthen out 2. We're mostly just pushing out with the legs. The chest is just, again, rotating on those shoulders. Pull it in and hold it. Good. We'll walk center. Right foot forward, left foot behind. Your left hand is in the center, right hand to the front or to the side of the foot bar. Let your head drop. Tuck your tailbone. Pull those abs in. Chest glides forward as the legs extend out. And rotate those hips up, lower belly in. And 5, 4. We're lifting up right through the waist and pressing out. 3, and drawing up. And 2. And 1 more. And pull it back in. Good. We'll go ahead and hold on to that foot bar as we step off. Very nice. Good job. Okay, let's move that box. We'll put it away. I like to have a mat for this one. So what I'm going to do is put my mat here, and I'm going to sit on it. We're going to be putting our leg in the loop. We're going to be laying down. So I'm going to scoot back just a little bit, depending on how tall you are. We're going to move our hips down towards the foot bar, and our elbow's right under the shoulder, and the knee is right, or the hip is, you're just sitting on your left hip. So let's go ahead and put that right foot into the strap. And you can do long loop or short loop. I'm going to lift up through my chest, and I might use my right hand a little bit for assistance, but otherwise you're just putting that hand on the hip, and we're going to bend that knee right in front of the pelvis and press straight out. Chest is lifted. Leg is parallel, and keep lifting up through this left waist. And 4. Shouldn't feel too awfully heavy. And 3. Roll those shoulders down the back, heart lifting. 2. and bring the leg straight. Good. Now the leg's going to go forward. And we're going to not fall into those left ribs. We're going to stay nice and tall. So lifting up through that chest. And 4. Recruiting those glutes as we pull with an exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Leg will come forward and butt out, chest up, and little lift. 7, 6, hips back. 5, chest up. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bend it in. Good. We'll do the other side. So slip that loop off, and good. I'm going to walk around. So hips on that mat. You don't necessarily need it. We're kind of in the center, and we're going to go ahead and lean over onto that right elbow. Chest is up. We're going to take that long loop. Again, you could pick short, and we'll put it into that left arch of the foot. With an exhale, we're going to press out. We're going to lift up through the ribs, lift up through the chest, maybe left hand to the hip, and we're going to bend and press. Shoulders down the back. And 5. Hearts are up and shoulders are down. 4, we're lifting through those right ribs. 3, knee is parallel, toes are parallel. 2, leg is lifted even with the hip, and hold it. Leg is straight. Leg goes forward and pull it back. Abs are tight across the front of the pelvis. So we're feeling those abs draw back. And we're going to do 4. Leg reaches ahead, the back is still, and leg reaches to the center of the foot bar. 3, 2, keep that heart lifted, ribs lifted. 1, now bring the foot forward just a little bit and up and down. 8 and 7, hips are back. 6, stacked hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg comes back and bend it in. Very nice. Okay, we're going to put that loop down. Let's go back to the right leg. We're going to stay on that single leg version. Now I'm going to move my mat to the street side of my reformer. I've still got that blue. You can do a short or long strap. I'm going to start today with that long. You can always switch to a short strap for more challenge. So we're going to put our left hand on the carriage, and we're going to kind of hop out, pulling on that rope, and we're going to slide that right foot under the strap. It's going to go right to the arch. So today, we're going to put our right hand on that shoulder pad, and we're going to kind of rotate to the right. So we're going to rotate towards the outside of the machine. Chest is up, butt is out. You want to feel a very flat back, and abs are lifted. So knee is above the rope. We're going to press right to the corner of the foot bar and bend. And again, this may not feel super heavy as you first start, but you're always welcome to make it heavier if you'd like. And we want to do it even with the press. The rope stays taut so you don't lose your balance. And we've got in and out. 4, belly up, shoulders down. 3, lift up through that sternum. 2, really lift that leg even with the hip. Hold it there. Now bend it halfway. Knee is lifted. Press. And keep lifting up through that upper body. 6, knee is above the rope. 5, 4, you're trying to lift that knee. 3, 2, press it all the way out to a straight leg. Reach it long. Lower the toes to the floor. The toes are pointed, and lift. The back won't move, so check that back in that mirror. And 6, shoulders are down, and chest and abs are lifted. 5, 4, we're exhaling to lift. 3 and 2, we're going to hold this last one up and do a little pulse. Up and press up, carriage away, chest up. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and we are done on that side. If you chose more weight, you might be unhappy now. Let's peg that loop. Come on around. We're going to move that mat to the other back corner. And again, based on how your height, how tall you are, you may have your knee a little bit forward. You want the knee right under the hip and that hand right under the shoulder. So we're going to grab that left loop and hop out, slipping that left long loop under the left foot, and we'll lift that foot up. This is sometimes the hardest part of the exercise. So the knee rotates up to the left wall. You're going to look towards that left side, shoulders down, chest up, and press, and imagine that you're reaching that heel to that foot bar. And nice and smooth. The rope is going to help you balance. You want to do it nice and even. so the rope stays tight. And 5. Leg is trying to stay at hip height. 4. Pull those lower abs up into the pelvis and belly button in. 3 and 2 and last 1. Hold it there. Now bend in halfway. Knee is lifted above the rope. Lift that knee to the left and pull. 7 and 6. Push that heel towards the corner. 5. Lift that upper body. 4, 3. Still breathing. 2. Press the leg out all the way to straight. Point those toes. Lower the toes down. Touch the floor and up. Now keep that back still. You don't want your tailbone tucking under. Stick it out. 6. Butt back. So there's like a balloon attached to your tailbone. 4 and 3. Abs up, chest up. 2. Hold that leg level with the hip and pulses down and up. Up. And 6. And upper body lifting. Abs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Awesome job. Those are tricky. Those were tough. Let's go ahead and peg that loop. Good. We'll take this mat and put it away. Maybe get a drink of water, a little break. We're going to go ahead and take a seat. Let's go down to one red. And let's stretch a little bit. So we're going to lay on our backs. Let's take that left foot into the long loop and just stretch that leg up. Relax through those shoulders. Good. You worked hard today. Press out a little bit more, leg across. You can always bring that foot bar up higher. If you're a little bit short and you're unable to reach that foot bar, bring that foot bar up to the high position when we're doing our stretches. Arms open. Maybe flex the toes back to the nose and breathe. That leg is going to come center. The right foot goes right down to the floor. And when you put it onto that floor, bend that left knee. And we're going to try to get the lower back to sink a little bit. Maybe pulling that right heel back under the carriage a little bit. And arms can stay wide. Take those nice relaxing inhales and exhales. And good, let's press out. Let's do a little figure 4. So that right ankle lifts off the floor and crosses over that left knee for a stretch. Breathe, let those hips feel nice and heavy. You can always press out a little bit on that foot with the loop if it feels too intense. And let's grab the right loop. And we'll stretch both legs up. Pull down on those ropes. One leg will feel longer now, probably that one you just stretched. And let's put that left loop away. Left foot to the foot bar and just hold that stretch. Nice inhale. Hips are heavy. Relax through that chest and shoulder area. Leg goes across towards the street. Pull those toes back. Arms are wide. We're relaxing that torso, collarbone, ribs, hips. Breathe. And the leg will come center. We're going to go ahead and put that left foot down onto the floor. As we do, we're going to bend that right knee. And again, arms can stay wide. Let the lower back sink heavy. Left heel back. Breathe. Good. Press that right foot with the loop out. Bring that left foot off the floor and cross into a 4 stretch. Again, we're relaxed through that upper body. Nice inhales and exhales. Good. Press out. We're going to go ahead and put that left foot to the foot bar. Put that loop away. We're going to hold those pegs and just roll those knees over one more time to the side and open up those arms. And then up and over with those knees. And then roll those knees center. Draw those knees up to the chest. Kind of rock side to side. We're going to roll it on up. We're going to do 2 red springs. And we're going to do a little bit of leg circles. And just a smidge of inner thigh. So put those loops on the arches of the feet. We're going to press out. Good. We're going to keep that pelvis nice and heavy, shoulders relaxed. Good. We're going to open those legs as wide as we can without feeling a change here in the pelvis. And feel that inner thigh stretch and pull closed. and slow to open and pull. And we got 4 more. Ribs are heavy. Pelvis is heavy. 4, 3, 2. Now reach those legs out as wide as you can. Hold those lower abs in like a seatbelt in little circles here. So you're feeling those ropes pull your legs back towards your ears, and you're going to use those inner thigh groin muscles to pull those toes forward. And 4, shoulders even. 3, hips are even. And keep that pelvis still. Reverse that. So down and forward and down. And we're going to go 6, 5. Let those ropes pull your legs open. 4, abs in 3, 2, and close those legs up. Good. We're going to do big circles up. Again, pelvis is still, lower abs. Exhale around. And let's go. 5, 4, 3. Maybe your legs don't come up all the way. And 2. And let's change direction. We're going to open up and together and down. And 5. Shoulders are even, ribs and hips are even. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's leave those legs open. Feel those inner thighs stretch out. Good. Deep breath in. Maybe pull on those ropes a little so you're not feeling so intense a stretch. And then legs up, knees in, feet come down, soles of the feet press together, knees open, and hold. And then knees come center. Let's slip those loops off. We're going to sit up, put our feet on the ground on one side or the other. We're going to take that left knee over right, and we're going to twist to the left. We're going to sit up really tall, shoulders down, breathe. And come center. Change that right knee over left knee and twist towards your foot bar and breathe. And center. And both feet on the ground and reach up. Nice inhale as you look up to the sky. As you bring your hands down, let's put them behind your hips and pull those elbows together. Lift up through your chest. Make sure the abs are engaged. Squeeze those shoulder blades and then roll those shoulders. 3, 2, relaxing through that upper body. Another way. 3 and 2. And we are all done. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the class. Hope you have a great day.